Teach Vairagya Vidya. Nija Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means Vairagya Vidya. No more this material enjoyment. That is Vairagya. Jnanancha jat ahitakam. The result of Jnana is Vairagya. Vairagya Vidya, Bhakti Yoga is Vairagya Vidya means that Bhakti Parisano Bhava Virakti Annata Sya. Bhakti means one he is making progress towards Krishna consciousness and automatically he becomes distasteful to the material world. Srila Rupa Goswami has given the example, just a hungry man, if he is given food, he takes it, but as he takes it, he becomes satisfied, and when he is fully satisfied, he does not require any more food. There is another slok given by Jamunacharya. He says, Jadavadhi mama chitta Krishna padar vindayo nava nava dhamaras rantumasi tadavadhi batonari sangame smarjamane bhavati mukho vikara sustu nishtivancha. He says, since I have been engaged in the service of the Lord, Jadavadhi mama chitta Krishna padar vindayo, since I have begun my life to serve Krishna, since that time, whenever I think of sex life, I spite on it. So therefore, when we stop our desires for material enjoyment, anna vilasita sunnam, jnana karma anabhitam. Karma means to desire to be elevated in the higher planetary system, Sargaloka. The Jnanis, they are trying to elevate themselves to the impersonal Brahma. These are not pure devotional service. Navilasita Sunnam, no desire for material conception of life. So Jnana is also another desire, negative desire, to become free from this material world. That is desire. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kame Sakali Asanta Krishna Bhakta Niskam Ataev Shanta. He says that Bhukti Kami, the material persons who are desiring improvement in this world, in this life, and going to the heavenly planet, next life, that is called bhukti. And mukti, desiring liberation, that is called mukti. And or become one with the Supreme Brahma, that is mukti. And siddhi, yogis, they are trying to achieve some success in Ashtasiddhi, Animadogimad. So everyone is desiring. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna Bhakta Niskam, a devotee of Krishna is not desirous of anything, either bhukti, mukti or siddhi.
ચૈતન્ય મહાપ્રભુનું કહેવું છે કે કૃષ્ણનો જે ભક્ત છે, કૃષ્ણ ભક્ત નિષ્કામ અતએવ શાંત, તે એને કોઈ પણ પ્રકારની ભુક્તિ મુક્તિ સિદ્ધિ જેવી ઈચ્છાઓ હોતી નથી, એટલા માટે સંપૂર્ણપણે શાંત હોય છે.
The purpose is, so long he will desire something, he will never get peace of mind. And a bhakta does not desire anything. He is satisfied in any position, whatever is offered to him by Krishna. Narayana para sarve na kutasyana bimbhati sarga apavarga narakeshu opi tullartha darshan. Anyone who is Narayan Parayan, he does not fear whether he is going to hell or heaven. Because wherever he goes, he is with Narayan, he is safe. It doesn't matter whether it is hell or heaven. That is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his prayer. Na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang bhajagadisha kamaya Mama janmani janmani ishare bhavatad bhakti rahitu. The idea is that a bhakta does not require any material happiness or distress. He does not require any monistic proposition to merge into the existence of the Supreme. And neither he desires any jugglery of Astasiddhi Yogam. So not to become Devata, not to become Asura. Asuras are always against Krishna. There are many examples like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, Kansa. There are many. So we should remember that Devata means who is fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna. So there are many symptoms of the Asuras. They are all described in the 16th chapter. It requires a long time to discuss. It is not possible to discuss all the symptoms. But one of the most important symptoms of the Asura is here described. Asattamma pratisthante jagadahu anisaram. Their main proposal is that there is no creator God. The modern scientists, philosophers, Western people, they don't accept the God is the creator of everything. And their theory of creation is the chemical composition. One gentleman has written one book, Chemical Evolution. They think that chemical combination is the cause of life. So the Asura's theory of creation is aparasparam sambhutam, himannat kama hetukam. It is a chance theory, but we don't accept. We are preaching against them, writing books against them. We are challenging this atheistic theory of creation. So this Asuric, this Krishna consciousness movement is against the Asuras. Every time, always, Krishna also comes down to kill the Asuras. Paritranam sadhunam vinasaya duskritam. The Asuras cannot flourish by their atheistic theory unless one comes to Krishna consciousness. He has to be put into the different types of Asuric journey to suffer in this material world. Krishna says here, Tanahang disata kuran samsareshu naradhaman kipami adasra asubham asuri jonishu. He keeps them always put into this Asuric journey, everlastingly forgetting the Supreme Personality of Godhead and suffer in this material world. So long we remain in the Asuric tendency, then we cannot understand Krishna. That is also described by Krishna in the 7th chapter. Namami duskitanam mudha prapaddante naradhama maya apritaggyana asuri bhavamasuta. So we should generally conclude that anyone who does not take to Krishna consciousness, they fall in the groups of Duskritina, Mudha, Naradhama, Maya, Apritagyan. So in the beginning, we discussed Napi Achara, Sadachar. So even one is short of Sadachar. Krishna says, Opite Sudurachar, Vajate Mamanannava, Sadhureva Samanta. Even one is not fully in Sadachar, but if he has taken Krishna consciousness fully, he is a sadhu. So to take to this Krishna consciousness is made very easy during this Kali Yuga. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalo nasteva nasteva gatirannatha. Kalo, in this age, if you take to Krishna consciousness, simply chant Hare Krishna mantra, then you become Devata. This is our program. So our only request is to you then whatever position you are, it doesn't require to be chained. Simply take to the Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and gradually you will become devota. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri.